Welcome to Macintosh Storytime. I've been forgetting to thank Vernon Communications. They have been so helpful and they're putting this on their channel, the Vernon Communications channel. So make sure if you know anybody who works at Vernon Communications, make sure you thank them. All right, you ready? Put your hands up. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Give them all a clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them, open, shut them. Lay them in your lap, lap, lap. All right, let's find that little mouse. You ready? Little mouse, are you in the... Should we try this one? Let's try orange. It's right by me. No, it wasn't there. Little mouse, are you in the pink house? Yay! We found you, Mr. Macintosh. We found you pretty fast today. You were in that pink house hiding away. Look at the pink matches his ears. All right, today I have a story about a woman named Helen Frankenthaler. And she was a painter and she used big, bold, bright colors. And this is about her as a little girl and how she grew up to be a painter. And maybe one day some of you will grow up to be painters. And the words are little on these pages, so I might be in the way a little bit to see the pictures, but I'll move back. At a time when girls were taught to sit still, learn their manners, and color inside the lines, Helen Frankenthaler colored her reds, blues, and yellows any which way she chose. Helen never wanted to follow the rules. Can you guess which one Helen is? Look at her. She's kind of messy. Look at it, she's got it all over. When her mother called her to dinner table, Helen continued painting watercolors of the sunset shining through the apartment window. Instead of going to bed, Helen filled the sink with water. She dribbled in drops of ruby red and nail polish and watched the colors flow. When she let the water out, she loved to watch the colors swirl into shapes. Circling, twisting, floating. During summer vacations, Helen let the waves whoosh and whirl around her, sailing her body through the tides. When her father called her ashore, she wanted to keep forever wrapped in the blue-green colors of the sea. While her older sisters were in school, Helen spent the days with her mom, who nurtured her dreams. Helen read and wrote stories, made collages and created designs with glass beads, circles, hearts, stars, and brilliant colors. She painted pictures and cards for birthdays and anniversaries, filled with the colors of happiness, purple, yellow, and pink. Helen's father worked long days as a judge. She couldn't wait for him to come home each day. He took her wherever she wanted to go. Most of all, Helen loved taking walks with her family in Central Park. She ran under the welcoming sky, waltzing, twirling, leaping. Across the lush green fields, played hide and seek among the flowering trees. When it was time to go, Helen took the colored chalk she had stuffed in her coat pocket and drew a line from the front of the Metropolitan Museum of Art through the park, across the street, and through the crowds and around the corners, all the way home. That would be a big piece of chalk. The colorful line connected two things she loved most. Helen's parents always encouraged her to blossom, express herself, and paint free. In art at school, Helen wanted to do things her way, but she had to follow the rules in order to pass. Don't sketch that way. Draw like this. Paint what you see. Helen pleased the teachers when she sketched figures, drew chairs, and painted flowers, and pears like all the other students. But she wished for something different. Helen found comfort in painting seascapes. The blues and the greens reminded her of summer days with her family at the beach. She painted pictures of her trips to the country with bursts of orange, gold paints that warmed the face like sun. Soon Helen's happiness disappeared entirely. When she was 11, her father died. Helen missed him so much that her sadness caused pounding headaches. She struggled in school. Helen tried painting, but nothing came out. Her canvas remained blank, her world of colors and light dark. But colors lived in her mind, floating and shifting like the shapes she made in childhood. Staring at every color in her paint pot, memories came back to her. Periwinkle, the feathery whisper of her father's encouragement. Or okra, the warmth of her father's hand as they strolled in the country. Cobalt and crystal, the summers of splashing in the ocean waves. Helen began to paint again, and eventually art headed her. Helen followed the rules well enough to succeed in school and go to college to study painting. Her professor wanted colors separated with thick black lines. Her brush marks and planes arranged across her canvas to create depth and space. Helen loved college, but longed to paint what she felt inside. Painting feelings couldn't be contained in black lines or organized in clear shapes or objects. Helen dreamed of setting her colors free, like she was a child running without boundaries. She searched for more. So everybody, but even though some people want Helen to do things a certain way, maybe she's learning things from that. So she's learning different kinds of paintings. But she still has a style she's trying to develop for herself. After college, Helen moved back to New York, where many artists were exploring forms, lines, and shapes differently. They overlapped bands of color, thought more about geometry, and painted larger and larger pictures. Helen met an artist named Jackson Pollock, whose paintings hung in museums and galleries. The art world called him the greatest living painter in the United States. Reviewers celebrated him. Fans loved him. When Helen saw his work, she marveled at how he splattered and dripped his paints on canvas tacked to the studio floor. If he broke the rules, why couldn't she? Helen exhibited her art in small shows while male painters were given larger exhibits. Critics called Helen's work too sweet in color, too lyrical, too ladylike. She worked longer and harder at her paintings, drawing strength from her memories of the country and sea. She wanted to leap into her colors, feel the colors, and be the colors. Art never let her down. Helen traveled to Nova Scotia to get away. As she walked through the fields, colors swirled around her. Cerulean blue and coral cascaded down the mountains of saffron and gold. Rose, pink, and lavender rippled across the sky. Spring green and vermilion gushed through the sea waves. Helen felt the countryside move within her body. She saw the mountains with her arms. She heard the sea in her wrists. She could paint the beauty she saw all around her. Could color be the painting? Helen grew brave. Back home in New York, Helen laid a huge canvas on the floor. She put down her brush. Helen blended red and yellow to make orange. Blues and yellows became green. She mixed and mixed and mixed rainbows. Helen swirled charcoal lines across her canvas to guide her, like the chalk lines she drew as a girl in the city. With a fistful of pink, Helen turned her wrist outward and spread the paint streams of colors, racing and spiraling, the paint soaking into the canvas like a seeping into soil. Look at, she's just painting this huge painting. Helen grabbed a bucket of crimson and poured, and setting her colors free, they ran and rushed. Whoa, she didn't even use a brush. She just threw the whole bucket on there. The colors turned into memories. Helen imagined the mountains, peaks of Nova Scotia with her arms. She remembered the sea waves out with her wrists. With a sweep of her arm, she splashed green like sea foam. Colors jetted across the painting, merged and connected. Like rivers into oceans, colors into feelings. Wherever the paint landed was the perfect place to be. Grabbing a nearby mop as her partner, Helen promenaded through the puddles and the pools, through the puddles and the pools of paints, pushing and pulling her colors together. Look at, she's using a mop as a paintbrush. That is a very big paintbrush, isn't it? Oranges and reds tangled, colors pirouetted, pinks plied, yellows and blues sashayed, winding, turning, spinning. When she was done, Helen danced in the field, free among all the shimmering colors of her life, extending, reaching beyond the painting into forever. So she just had to find what she wanted to do. She needed to be inspired. And eventually she got inspired, didn't she? And she just let herself be free and just go with whatever happened. And here's some of her paintings that she's actually done. So I don't know if you can see these very well. But this page shows, this is really Helen Frankenthaler grown up. And here she is painting her paintings. So that's kind of a neat story. She didn't like always to do what everybody else wanted her to do, but eventually she found who she was as a painter, and that's kind of a neat thing. All right, first let's catch our fish, and then we're going to play the dice game. Ready? 5 little fish swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark. You can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Shark, as quiet as can be. Ready? Set! 4 little fish swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark. You can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Shark, as happy as can be. As quiet as can be. Ready? Snap! 3 little fish swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark. You can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Shark. Shh, as quiet as can be. Ready? Snap! 2 little fish swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark. You can't catch me. The last little fish swimming in the sea, teasing Mr. Shark. You can't catch me. But along comes Mr. Shark, as quiet as can be. Ready? Snap! No little fish swimming in the sea. Only happy Mr. Shark. Whoa, he's so full. He ate 5 fish. Ooh, I'm full, he says. Now we're going to play a game, and I call this the dice game. And we have different colored cards, and we'll roll the dice, and we'll see which color card we have to catch. Ready? We have to pick a green card. It says, quack like a duck. Ready? Can I hear you? I bet I can. Ready? Purple. Wave your arms. See the card? It says wave your arms. Ooh, let's take off like an airplane or a bird. 2 more. Orange. count 5 fingers. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whew. That's how many we have on one hand. 5 fingers. One more. This is the last one. This time, purple again. I wonder if you can read what this says. It says, touch your elbow. All right, ready? 1 elbow, 2 elbow. We all have 2 elbows, right? Yep. All right, let's wash our hands. You ready? Wash, wash, wash your hands. Wash them here and there. Wash them left and wash them right. Wash them everywhere. Wash, wash, wash your hands. 20 seconds now. 20 seconds will clean your hands. Wash them many times. All right, we'll see you again.